Hello, and how are we? And welcome to another edition of Up the Reds with me, Andy Canby. So, our season has ended after our game against Southampton. Well, let's. Where do you start with this one? For the neutral, I suppose it was a good, entertaining game. Um, for us Liverpool supporters, just really summed up our season. 7 changes made, a new system we've adapted in the last 6 or 7 weeks, 8 weeks, with Trent's new role. 4 changes at the back. They haven't a Scooby how that system was to be played. We went 2-0 up, looked comfortable, and then just like when you know it's going to piss it down, the heavens opened, or should I say, the back four. We parted like the seas. There's a story somewhere in the Bible. You'll have to find that out. And yeah, so and that was it. 4-2 down. Plethora of subs came on, and we got the game back to 4-4 to take a point. Mo Salah couldn't hit a barn door today, so if he'd have had his shooting boots on and he'd have converted some of the chances that he had, would have been all right. Southampton, they were just playing for pride today. Us, if I'm honest with you, yeah, I'm going to take the point, and that's because I think Jurgen made 2 or 3 changes too many for my liking. If I thought Kelleher looked really rusty in goals. That's his first Premier League game of the season. I'm not really having a go at him. I'm having a go at Jurgen Klopp. As I say, too many changes were made for my liking. But we got away with the result. Joe Gomez right off the pace, as Joe Matip. Shimikas as well was off the pace. Milner, I just thought it was a sentimental thing that Klopp did, making him captain for the last game. There, he ended up playing the full 90. The goals were just comical goals that we conceded, individual errors, mistakes. But yeah, just one of those games. I'm just glad it was a dead rubber game and nothing really to worry about. Jurgen Klopp made the assumption after the game that we weren't good enough this season, but we will be better next season, and we will be challenging for the top 4, that's for sure. So he was in buoyant mood after the game. I think before he goes on his summer holidays, we've got some serious transfer business to do in the summer, and this is where I start to get a twitchy arse, because FSG have to deliver. Are they going to deliver? I don't know. Is my answer to that question. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with our transfer budget. Jude Bellingham was a target for Liverpool. He wanted to come to Liverpool. Liverpool said that they couldn't afford him. When I say Liverpool, I mean FSG. We made a lot of money this season. When I say we, FFG has made a lot of money on the back of Liverpool Football Club, and as I've said that I'd like to see more of that money being reinvested back into the club and not into the coffers of FSG. So I said this is a nervous time for me regarding the transfers. We've heard a lot about which player we've been linked to, which player a deal's nearly done, and that player's Alexis McAllister. There's a lot of talk on other social media sites, i.e. Redmen TV, the Anfield Wrap. They seem to be on top of this one to say it's going to happen, it's really going to happen. If I'm honest with you, I don't think they've got a Scooby about what's going to happen, because we've been down this route before with transfers, and it is a bit it's a bit concerning when these transfers don't happen. But whoever thought that before we won the Champions League that we'd get a signing in Fabinho? He came out of the blue from anywhere. I think if the transfers are going to happen, then surely we need at least 3 or 4 players now. I said in my other VT that I think we need at least 2, maybe 3. But I think on the evidence of today, we certainly need a centre half. We certainly need to look at least 2 or 3 positions in midfield. And as I say, I'm a bit nervous now. There's been talk about Liverpool trying to do the business early. Well, we'll have to wait and see. There seems to be, Jurgen's press conference, he did allude to that things that are going to happen might not happen, until 6 or 7 weeks' time. That's not getting your business done early. So what does that mean? Is it a bit of cryptic message being sent out to us, i.e. we're just waiting for other people to give us the nod on getting players in, etc.? Or does that mean he has to ship some players out and try and get some money in from, we're not going to get any money for James Milner, we're not going to get any money for Naby, we're not going to get any money for Firmino, and by the way, Bobby's goal today was great. So yeah, it really is interesting. A lot of fringe players probably need to go. One of them being a centre half, either Joe Matip. Joe Gomez has just signed, well, not just, but he signed a contract extension. He's only a young player. Nat Phillips is there. We've got other under 23 players that have been on the fringes of the first team squad that could go. They're all under 24, so they'll come with a transfer fee. So yeah, it is. Like I say, this is when I start to get concerned about now, because a massive overhaul is needed. We made mistakes last summer. When I say we, I mean FSG, I mean Jurgen Klopp, if I'm honest with you. So we have to be, we can't afford to do that for next season, because as you've seen, we've had a mediocre season by our standards. If I'm looking for excuses, the lads played 63 games last season, and it showed, because the legs had caught up with them, the injuries had caught up with us, and it took us a while to get back into some kind of groove. We finished 5th. I think that's the best that we could have done this season. If we'd have finished 4th, if I'm honest with you, I think we would have got into 4th position by default, because with the amount of games that we lost and drew, we lost 9 games, I think, drawn umpteen, but the games that we lost, the manner of our performances, and some of the draws that we've got, the manner of our performances, they weren't winnable games. So yeah, it is. So the lads are going to go away. They'll probably be packing the beach towels tomorrow, and I'm just hoping that Jurgen doesn't pack his beach towel. I hope he stays around the club to make sure we get these transfers through. We've got this new sporting director. He's already at the club, Georgie, whatever he's called, Smaglidak or something like that. He's on a short-term contract, 3 months only. Again, that concerns me a bit. Why would you want a 3-month contract only? Why, or has he asked for it? Is this what FSG want? Somebody in short term? Is there a bigger picture? Lots of questions will be raised now the season's finished and whatever. So yeah, not really much else I can say about this at the moment. Plenty of people having a lot to say about what's going on with pure speculation. A lot of agents will probably be now trying to work overtime to get their players, or moving to various clubs, and they'll know that Liverpool are looking to buy players, so there's probably going to be a lot of interest in getting players into Liverpool from the agent's point of view. So we'll probably be offered a lot of players, but we really need, I think, in this transfer window, ready-made players. We can't afford to give them 3 or 4 months to bed in. We need players that hit the ground running when pre-season starts. So very interesting. Right, okay. I won't say any more. There'll be plenty of other outlets on here giving their descriptions on how the season's gone and how many players are going to come to Liverpool. I'm just going to be on the cautious side of how much money we're actually going to spend to get the type of player that we need, the ready-made player, rather than the players that we've got in the past. Because if Jurgen says, look, we need to do better than this season, and we will do better, he has to deliver as well. Okay, so him and his coaching staff. Just on that, I did say, I don't know, probably over a month ago, that we need to freshen things up in the coaching department. Now, that's not having a go at Pete or Pep or John Attenberg, things like that. That helped Jurgen out, and the other guy I can't, the one with the Tash who looks after the youngsters when they come in, etc. I just think a new coach with fresh ideas, fresh training things wouldn't be bad. I mean, we're losing the throwing coach. Apparently he'd been here 5 years. I knew we had a throwing coach, but I didn't think he'd been here that long. So but yeah, so yeah, let's I wouldn't mind seeing a new coach within the team, and as I say, bring fresh ideas, because we sort of like seemed lackluster in that department this season, and it showed. Maybe the coaches were tired, I don't know. It's just one of those. Just want to say, just whilst I'm on about the players, etc. If I had a vote, who my player of the season would be, and it would be Alisson Becker. Now, he's had a great season. He's been the best player. He's made some outstanding saves. He's contributed to goals as well. But I shouldn't really be picking Alisson Becker as our player of the season, really. But I know Mo scored his quarter of goals or whatever, but I'm not going to give it to him, because in some games he could have done a lot better than he had done. But I'm going to give it to Alisson Becker, not because I want to give it to, because he should never be put in some of the predicaments that the players in front of him got him into, to making those outstanding saves. So for me, Alisson Becker is my player of the season. Right, nothing more for me to say on here. It's just like I say, this is where I'm getting an itchy, twitchy arse now, because are FSG going to deliver or not? Is this investment money knocking about or not? They said they're not going to sell up. Is the club still for sale? Things like that. So yeah. Stand looks good, by the way, the new stand. They'll start to take the old roof off the Annie Road stand, probably after the bank holiday. The cranes are all in place, so yeah, look forward to seeing that completed for at least 2 to 3 weeks after the season's started in August. Okay, enjoy the rest of your bank holiday, and I'll speak to you shortly. If you want to subscribe, if you want to share these videos, please do. If you want to send me comments, don't hesitate to send me comments. I get some comments on my Twitter page, but AK65 Andy. But yeah, if send me a comment below. Tell me what you think. What's going to happen? Have you heard anything? Let me know, and I'll bring them up in the next VT. So yeah, please give us a like, please share this, and if it's the first time you're watching this, please subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you a penny. It's all things Liverpool. That's all I want to talk about. I'll leave the other shit to the other social media outlets. Okay, if they want to talk about anything else, I'll just you can go on watch them, subscribe to them, etc. Right, as I said, enjoy the rest of the bank holiday weekend, and I'll speak to you shortly. Up the Reds.